Ruben Amorim looks set to be Manchester United manager for the start of next season, despite offering to fall on the sword, and he's a lucky boy. He would have been surefire sacking 99 times out of 100 based on the evidence of what we've seen at his time for Old Trafford. So why should he have to go? We have to go back to 1927 in Hobart Hamlet to find a Manchester United manager with worst win percentage than Amorim. It's the fourth worst in the club's history. His win record of 24% of the Premier League is comfortably the worst of any United manager since Sir Alex Ferguson's regime, with David Moyes 50% second worst. The 0.92 points per game Amorim has won this season after Ten Hag and Ruud got them to 15 from the 11 games between them, but have seen United claim just 35 points out of 38 games, which would have seen them relegated in 11 Premier League campaigns this century, which says it all. We are the worst team in Manchester United history. That's what he said. The self-deprecation, he knows their shit. That shouldn't obscure the fact that they are shit. There's widespread complaints around the fan base about every manager since Alex Ferguson retired, but it was never that bad that they said that. And yeah, does he really have a philosophy? We don't really know what it's supposed to be. 3-4-3 is rubbish, we know that. Are United supposed to be a possession-based team? What pressing does he want? How high is their defensive line meant to be? We don't really need to know, and the players don't seem to either. We wonder if he's even had the slightest wobble over his dedication to stay true to what works at Sporting. Has that changed at Manchester United? The blame for his obsession with footballing principles is often aimed at Pep, but his Man City side have been pretty darn successful. Arne Slot has proven the value in making not insignificant changes to Liverpool's style and system. So surely to be a good manager, you need to be adaptable, and I'm just not sure if we've seen that from Manchester United, and that's kind of led to players that just don't really suit the system. We've seen that Anthony and Marcus Rashford have done well. So yeah, we're surprised Roy Keane hasn't told Amorim it's his job to suit players yet. But yeah, it just doesn't seem to be worked either. Put yourself into gym work for this season, and yeah, for a moment, and imagine what you like to be told by a manager who you've hired with little to no experience, and 90% of the players you pay the wages aren't suited to the system. Would you really trust him to put faith in, rebooting the squad, changing it, and spending 200 million of your own money? Because at the moment, I personally don't think I would. It's not exactly the same thing as Ten Hag, because at least he won a trophy. And yeah, Manchester United didn't really seem, except for that Europa League final, like they were going to challenge at all. But losing to Spurs in the final, it's not exactly a great thing to do with it. I mean, you can lose to many teams, but Spurs, yeah, it's not great, is it? When you look at some of the managers available, like Xavi, Marco Rose, Allegri, to their shits, the question will be, could any of them attract better to the club than Amorim? And I think, that could be an interesting one. I'm not sure. But yeah, you look at the likes of the people he wants to force out, the likes of Garnacho, maybe Rashford, Onana and Dalot. Yeah, it shows that is he going to be? Can he really revitalise the squad? That's the big question I have. He's going to get rid of all these key players, but can he really bring in players that will be better for Manchester United's current predicament? Personally, I'm not convinced, but we'll have to see. But yeah, those are some of the reasons why I just fear for Manchester United. It could be, and certainly for another Erik Ten Hag situation, if Amorim keeps his job heading into next season. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.